In today's video, I'm going to go over 3 ways you can temporarily lift your face. Hey everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lisa Monique Beauty, where we cover all things beauty and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. So I am 56 years old and proud of it. I'm not scared of aging, but there are sometimes I look in the mirror and I just wish my face was a little bit smoother, a little bit tighter, maybe a little bit more lifted. And I'm not ready to try any cosmetic procedures or any invasive procedures, but I did test out 3 ways to temporarily lift your face, and we'll go over these today. Now, the first is the most long-lasting of the temporary lifts, and that is using a microcurrent device. There are several popular brands on the market. I think NuFace is probably the most common, the most recognized. Other popular brands are the Zip device and Touch Beauty. So how do they work? These devices send a small microcurrent through the device that triggers the underlying facial muscles, causing them to contract and therefore firming and lifting the face. Like exercise, the results can be cumulative, but they will also revert back if you don't continue to use the device regularly. Now, according to one 2009 study, it will be listed down in the description box, this has been proven to be a safe and effective treatment for encouraging definition and developing collagen production. Now, like I said, I own the Zip device, and I do talk more about this specific device in my favorite things video. Put a link up here. I'll put a link down in the description box. The main reason I love my Zip device is the app. It has a lot of different treatment programs, and they adjust the current based on the treatment program. So if you're doing under your eye, it's going to be a softer current than when you are doing your jawline, and it changes automatically. And besides the microcurrent, the Zip incorporates nanocurrent technology into its device. Now, nanocurrent is a newer technology and considered intelligent energy. And it works by talking with your skin cells and prompting them to create more collagen and elastin. So it's said to speed up your skin's natural regeneration process. It can enhance your circulation, reduce the appearance of acne, as well as repair wounds and tissue for a more healthy skin, though I don't recommend you use it on damaged skin, and I will talk more about that in just a minute. First, I'm going to put up a chart, and it's going to compare the 2 different treatment types, the microcurrent and the nanocurrent. The reference website for this chart is listed in the description box. And like I said, I like the Zip because it combines both types of treatments. Now, I got my Zip from Current Body, and they did give me a $50 off coupon for you to use if you would like to try it. So who shouldn't use a microcurrent device? Because they really aren't for everyone. They are considered safe for home use, but if you have any of the following, you should avoid using unless under a doctor's supervision. Overall, these devices are considered more preventative in nature, though I know that people that have started using them in their 60s and 70s and have noticed a visible improvement over time. So it's best if you start earlier, but you can start whenever and still see some improvement. So the nanocurrent is kind of like exercise. The earlier you start, you can maintain versus you start later, it might be harder to firm up. But microcurrent devices are a non-invasive, low-risk way to fight aging and take preventative steps towards maintaining your youthful looks. I find the treatment relaxing, but you do have to use it consistently. And that's where I fall apart a little bit. The next way to get a temporary lift is by using the Firmex line by Peter Thomas Roth. The most popular products are their Instant Eye Firmex and their Temporary Face Tightener. Now, these products provide temporary lifting results with long-term anti-aging benefit. Now, I have seen a few amazing videos with results on the eye lift. I mean, just amazing results. I'll put a video by Nicole Johnson, YouTube page, down in the links, where she applied to one of her clients. I'll put a little clip of that here. Now, she didn't like the texture or coating after it dried down, so she removed the product before continuing her makeover, but I think her client was a little disappointed. It really did an amazing job of tightening up that deep or large eye bag. It contains skin tightening silicates and seaweed extract to provide an instant tightening and firming effect. Now, I personally didn't see such extreme results because I don't need as much tightening under the eyes, but I do notice the tightening and smoothing, and it seems to fill in texture and fine lines. So I have it on just right here. I probably should have done it more out to the eyes, but I feel like this part of my face does look smoother because I've been using these products. The secret is finding the right balance of the product. You use too much, it gets dry and cakey and powdery. It can crack under your makeup. If you put your makeup on top of it, it can wipe it off. You use too little, you don't really get any results. So you just have to experiment with the right combination. I found it's best to either mix it with your concealer and let it dry down. You don't get as much tightening though. Or what I did today is I actually used cream products on top of it. So I did have slightly white cast. You do get a little flashback, but when I tapped on cream products on top of this, it didn't make it drier like a powder product, and it didn't wash it off like with a liquid product. So I used cream foundation and cream blush, and I think it did a really nice job. If you go really up close, you know, you can see a little bit of the dryness. I think also you need to shave your face. I have a little bit of the white hairs, the white faint hairs, and I could see it drying on the hairs a little bit more. So again, you're just gonna have to find your balance. It does last between 4 or 6 hours, so you just need to see what type of events that you could wear it to. Overall, I think it's a really good temporary product. It just does have its limitations. Again, the white chalky cast can crack under makeup. It can be drying. I did moisturize my face before, both under my eyes and my face, even though I think it says not to use on top of a moisturizer, but my under eye area just gets too dry and cakey. I really think it does fill in and smooth out. If you do mix it in with your foundation or products, I would mix it in with a dewier foundation, like a serum foundation. And again, you don't want to really powder over it. It does mattify itself out. And they both have really good skin loving ingredients, no worrisome ingredients. The eye cream or eye tightener does have a lot more skin moisturizing ingredients. Okay, moving on to the third product. While I was on Nicole Johnson's YouTube page, she had these eyelid correcting strips that she was doing on her clients. So she is a professional makeup artist. She works with a lot of clients and a lot of mature clients. In fact, most of her videos are on more mature clients. So if she's doing her makeup on someone else or a makeover, it's really good to watch. But she would use these eyelid correcting strips to kind of push back that extra skin over the eyelids, and it really made a big difference. So I purchased her assortment kit, which you get 80 patches and a little pair of tweezers. They have a variety of sizes. And when I first started, I used the large patch, and I was just gonna see, I have a little more hood on this eye. I was just gonna see if I could make it match the other eye. And I think they did. I think it did. But I used one of the largest patches, and here's where I find the limitations. So first, let me say that these patches are a little bit like Scotch tape, like a matte Scotch tape, and she tells you to use an eyelid primer on top of it before you try and put on makeup. But then you also want to use an eyelid, you want to prep your eyelids to make sure that this product sticks. So I did purchase her prep pads, and I found them expensive, and they irritated my eyelids. My whole eyelids became a little bit red. So then I was prepping it with just the micellar water, and maybe this is the wrong one to use, and maybe it leaves something on the eyes. I did find sometimes the whole under edge would kind of lift. I would see a ridge, or the corners would lift up. And when I tried to apply makeup, they were extremely visible. Now, if I didn't apply makeup, it worked really well. So you basically will put it on the fold, and it kind of holds or smooths the fold, it pushes it back a little bit so you have more lid space. So again, I could not use it with makeup, but if I was just wearing eyeliner, it did even out my eyes, and I found them pretty hard to see. when I applied makeup, it didn't matter if it was a matte shadow, shimmer shadow, liquid shadow, cream shadow. It did accumulate around the edges of the eye patch, and it changed the texture. Like, it had a different finish. It looked like I had Scotch tape on my eyelids. So I may need to experiment. I did use, like I said, a larger patch at first. Then I kind of moved to the smaller patches. And those were more invisible, obviously, because they weren't coming as close to my eyelids. So you do need to experiment with placement. I think these would be great for photo shoots, things that you have to have your eyes open. Again, if you don't put makeup on, you could go to lunch. Your friends probably wouldn't know. I have mixed feelings on these, and just kind of like my facelift tape video or facelift tape review, which I put a video up here. I did that last summer. They do have some limitations. So what are the best temporary products to take years off your face? I think they all will work. But my favorite is the microcurrent because it is, where did I put it? Oh, because it is the longest lasting, not just for a few hours, but it will last for weeks or days as long as you're using it on a regular basis. The other two, they have their place, and I think some people will find them extremely helpful depending on their areas of concern. The one thing I didn't talk about is lifting your face with makeup application. I do have a video from 2021. Again, I'll put it up here, put it down in the description box. I think I'll update it this fall because it is an older video. Let me know your experience with any of these products, as well as any tips and tricks that you may have in the comments below. As always, I thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.